When does Cryme Time come about? Is that an OVW as well?
Yeah, that was definitely an OVW. That was just Shad and I having fun. Vince getting a whiff of that. That's one of Vince's biggest things. It's not just if you could wrestle, like, can you capture my attention? I got signed when I was 21, so I got to OVW when I was 18, 19. Getting signed at 21, it was like I got graduated early.
The Cobra cell, which is infamous.
I've done similar cells. The ones before that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I keep outdoing myself.
You remember first meeting Shad? Was it an instant connection?
Absolutely. And it was an automatic big brother, little brother relationship. And a friendship turned into us making money.
Right. Yeah,
That's the best way to make money is with your friends.
Were there ever any talks of Cryme Time winning the tag titles?
Rewind, recap, relive. Woo! That's what the world is watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, R3 Jonah here at Printer's Alley. We just finished with Yep, I Like Wrestling. And we're here with Jay the God, JTG. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on your show.
Absolutely. How'd you enjoy the pay-per-view? We just finished watching Clash in Paris.
That ending caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting a Becky Lynch, especially in a ninja outfit.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard.
Some people in there think this might lead to the return of AJ Lee too.
Oh
maybe
man, that would be great. We haven't seen her in the ring in years.
Too long.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
too
it's
long.
been
So
too
it'd be
long.
great to get her back, drag her back in the ring.
You know, you just released your book, Damn, Why Do You Want to Be a Wrestler? And
yeah.
I cannot wait to read it. I'm going to get the digital copy after this. But why was right now the right time for you to release it?
The right time was now because rookies, man, the streets needed it. The streets definitely
The streets
needed
got it.
Rookies, you know, when they come to me with advice, I also was a trainer. I feel like sometimes I have so much information and it comes out all at once, and I think so you know what, I need to do this book, but I can't just make a book for, you know, rookies. I needed to do something for the fans.
For
So
sure.
I did a good combination. You know, I got some good stories in there, some road stories, and I also made sure they were learning lessons for the rookies. So everybody's happy. The rookies, the fans, everybody get a good taste.
That's awesome. No, and definitely keep all that information in one spot. Was that a question you got asked a lot when you were trained to be a wrestler? Why do you want to be one?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was like one of the first questions like your trainer would ask. You know, why do you want to be a wrestler? And at first it was a mind-boggling question. Like, why do I? Like I couldn't really. But as I got older, it was like there's nothing else I wouldn't want to do. There's nothing else I want to do. Like if I take away wrestling, what would I be doing? I don't know. It's like. That's not a timeline I want to be on.
No, that's a perfect fit. That's awesome, though. Definitely check it out. Damn, why do you want to be a wrestler? But going all the way back to the beginning for you, when you start your journey with OVW, you got in there. Was that kind of like a confusing time for you, or an exciting time, like finding yourself early on?
Oh yeah, those were my college years. And
Oh really?
Yeah, those were my college.
Okay.
I didn't go. I went from high school straight to wrestling training.
In OVW?
Well, I went to wrestling school for like 6 months.
Okay.
And then I went home for a little bit, kind of get my bearings together, and then I went to OVW.
Wow, that's quick.
And then I spent the next 4 years of my life there. Yeah, I got signed when I was 21, so I got to OVW when I was 18, 19, yeah.
Wow, I feel like that's definitely on the earlier age probably too. Were you one of the younger ones there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then getting signed at 21, it was like I got graduated early.
Great graduation.
With honors.
Who was the neighborhoodie back then? Take us to who that character was.
Neighborhoodie was still finding himself. Yeah, that was a name that was given to me by Paul Heyman.
Okay.
Because originally my name was, I was in a tag team called the Gang Stars. And he wanted to stay far away from the Gang Star name because he had a tag team in ECW called the Gangsters,
right?
Yeah, so he wanted to say, so he was like, you know what's similar to being around gangster, the neighborhood, the neighborhoodie now. And I was like, you like it? And I was like, I love it.
What were you gonna say, right?
Yeah, right. And as soon as I was able to change it, JTG.
What made you change it to JTG?
Because that was my name before that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I was in, I don't know if you know Rip Rogers. He's
of
very
course.
popular trainer, very well-known trainer. Shout out to Rip Rogers. We had promo class, and I will always end my promo with "I'm just too good," and that stuck with me. And then it went. My name is Jason. Everything has worked out. So and then it just evolved to now I'm a god.
I love it. And look, I mean, final evolution for sure. At least one of the bigger evolutions. When does Cryme Time come about? Is that an OVW as well?
Yeah, that was definitely an OVW. That was just a Shad and I having fun, and then Vince getting a whiff of that, and because he never even seen us wrestle. He just saw us on camera, having fun on camera, doing vignettes and doing stuff off. And that's one of Vince's biggest things. It's not just if you could wrestle, like, can you capture my attention outside the wrestling ring?
Yeah.
And me and Shad was good at doing that.
And what about the dynamic between the two of you? Like, do you remember first meeting Shad? Was it an instant connection?
Absolutely, because that was how we first met. He was from Brooklyn, I was from Brooklyn, and it was an automatic big brother, little brother relationship.
Yeah.
And so I took him under my wing. I made sure he was good.
Down the right path and everything.
He was definitely a good big brother to me, and a friendship turned into us making money.
Right, yeah,
That's the best way to make money is with your friends.
That's
brother,
awesome.
right? Your brother.
100%. I mean, Cryme Time I was really started watching wrestling around that time too, like the 2007, 8, all that. Like Cryme Time was one of the best tag teams, I'd say, of the division because of the character, mainly because of that character.
Yeah, thank you, man. Just us having fun and me just living my childhood dream. Like, I'm still amazed, like, I did it. Like, damn, I was in a very popular tag team called Cryme Time.
100%.
Man, I did that, yeah.
Is there a moment, is it in OVW, maybe when you get to the main roster, you feel like you and Shad really clicked as a team? Like with the Cryme Time persona, everything felt like it fit, or was it immediate?
Oh, no, we definitely had to fall into our groove. But I just knew when we could just look at each other and we just knew what we were thinking. And that took some time, but we definitely got there. And yeah, we had it till the end. We had that communication. You ever had that relationship with a friend, like, where you didn't even have to say anything? You make eye contact and you just start laughing, and then you just gotta, like, turn away, because if you look at him again, he's gonna, me and Shad had that.
Oh, that's awesome. You guys, in my opinion, top 5 greatest theme song of all time.
Oh, thank you.
Was Cryme Time. Do you remember hearing that song for the first time?
That's a wild story. So the first time, me and Shad, we wanted to be involved in our theme song. We was giving artists, we sending it, like, can we use this? And then the first time we ever heard it was at a live event. And they was like, oh, we're about to play your new theme. Oh, they gonna use one of ours? Or did our friend, like, we didn't? And they just put it on, and the crowd loved it. We was like, I never heard this shit. Like, all right, this is our new theme song. You gonna say you don't like it?
Yeah, exactly.
And it turned out to be great. It was a blessing. So
it was such a good song. I remember listening to that in middle school, with that Cryme Time song.
Yeah, I didn't even have to get used to it. The fans loved it, and we loved it. Yeah.
Was that Jim Johnston?
I think so, but I never even met the guy who did the lyrics.
Oh, wow.
I would love to, if you see this, I would love to meet you. Hit me up on Instagram, DM me, man, just something. I need to take a selfie. You made Cryme Time.
That is insane. You never met the person who made that song.
I probably did, and I didn't even know.
Yeah, right, maybe, yeah.
Didn't introduce himself.
He's humble. He's a humble guy, yeah. You guys debuted in the era of the vignette still, too, I feel, which was so cool. Like, seeing Cryme Time before you even debuted. You remember filming those?
Oh, the vignettes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, doing that was fun. That's what actually got us hired. We did the vignettes before we got to WWE, and then all we did was when we got to WWE, we just used because we used a JVC like camcorder.
Yeah.
And then when Vince saw the vignettes that we did in OVW, he was like, let's do exactly that, but just use our cameraman, of course, and some budget, and that's what you saw at WWE. That was all us. That was our brainchild. Yeah.
It's so cool how infused your guys. Well, I guess that's what made Cryme Time so authentic, right? That it was just your creativity.
Oh yeah, it was just having fun and spitballing, and me and Shad, like, oh no, that wouldn't work, and going back and forth. Like, I'll give you an example. I didn't go through with it, but I almost was close. I would take different stuff from different artists. As you can see, the yo-yo shade, the bulletproof vest. And then I was so close to doing the Nelly Band-Aid, and Shad talked me out of it. He was like, no, I got to put my foot down now.
That's too far.
That's too far. These are Band-Aids.
That's awesome, that creativity. One thing I remember, and I'm watching him right now up there talk, John Cena, is seeing you guys obviously form, what was it, the Cryme Tyme Cenation, right? CTC, vandalizing JBL's limo, but how did it come about you guys working with Cena in the first place?
It just came out of nowhere. I just remember walking into the building, and I think one of the tech guys, the guys who do the WWE's the prop guy, he was like, "Ooh, you guys are gonna have some fun tonight." He was like, "I got you guys some bats, I got you some gloves, and I'm like, well, what are we doing tonight? Oh, you guys didn't hear?" He's like, he knew we didn't hear, he just wanted to. you guys are destroying the limo tonight with John Cena. I think you and John Cena are gonna be like a. And I'm like,
I'm messing with it. I'm like,
I didn't believe him at first, and I'm like, and then as the writers were coming up to me, I'm like, oh wow, this is real. And John Cena came up like, yep, we're a thing now. So I was like, oh wow, and this all happened. I remember the date, July 7th.
I think that's what led to that parking lot brawl match too between them, right?
Yeah.
That was so cool seeing you guys work so closely with John. Is there just like an instant kind of advice that rubs off him, like when you're spending time with him backstage as an up and comer? Any type of advice that?
Oh yeah, well, I remember one thing that I stick at. I'll never forget it, because I was so used to being in Cryme Time. We always be the match that got the crowd fired up. So it would be like the first match.
Yeah.
And then when we started working with John Cena, we were in the main event now. Yeah. And some of the stuff that I was doing, like that was just, I wasn't even aware of, like subconscious stuff I was doing in the first match.
Yeah.
You can't do in the main event. Like little stuff like cheering, like getting the crowd approval. Like when you're at a certain level, you don't need to ask for their approval.
Yeah.
You're in the main event.
Yeah, it's already there.
Yeah, it's already there. So it's like little stuff I had to cut out, and I was like, okay, this is the difference between being in the main event and being, jerking the curtain.
Yeah, right. It's such a cool experience. One thing I remember very unique about you guys when it comes to the Royal Rumble, selling the Royal Rumble numbers, but also when you came out, I think it was a double-sided coin with Shad, right?
Yeah.
You take us back to that moment?
Oh yeah, so they that was me and Shad's idea, because they wanted to figure out a way because they didn't want to put us both in, and they wanted us to just have fun with it. And they're like, how could I screw you over? And it was like, well, you can't get a double-sided coin. Just don't do a close-up on the coin. It wasn't a double-sided coin. We just didn't show a close-up.
Right,
on
just
it.
not both sides.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think in that match you got eliminated by the Undertaker too.
Yes,
And
what an honor. Yeah,
that was
so
honor.
badass. I can tell my kids that. They're like, because at that time it's gonna come like, Dad, do you know who the Undertaker is? Do I know who? Do I? He eliminated me in the Royal Rumble.
Threw me right out.
And I have footage.
So many memories of Cryme Time, too many to go over right now, but what do you think led to the split happening? Do you
I think we both, the WWE wasn't going anywhere with the tag team division. We were really let down by the WrestleMania prior. Like, we were a legitimate tag team, and they were putting like two single guys together to make them, and putting the belt on them, and it's like we weren't in the tag team match and any of the pay-per-views for a while. So it was kind of like, let's go our singles route. Let's see where we could go, because the tag team division right now kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And so so when we got the news that they were going to do the split after Mania, it wasn't kind of like, it was kind of like, all right, let's see where it goes, because right now,
anything's better than this.
Yeah.
Were there ever any talks of Cryme Time winning the tag titles?
Plenty of times. There was a few times, but politics, heat, and that's just that's just looking back, lessons learned.
Right.
Learned.
I wish you guys had it. But you didn't even need it, I feel, for what? I mean, you guys are still talking about it.
And that's exactly what they told us. Like, you guys don't need the titles. You guys are already over. Like, no, but still, I want validation.
What did it mean for you to come back for Shad's Hall of Fame? We were actually there for that. It was so cool to see you come out with Shad's wife.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. That was a great experience for me. And also, that was like last minute, like me doing the thing with his son.
Yeah.
And then who pulled that off? I don't even know if I can say his name. John Laurinaitis. Yeah, he was there.
Who?
Who? Yeah. But yeah, if it wasn't for him, that wouldn't have been possible. So shout out. I don't want to get heat. But, thanks for making that moment happen.
No, that was cool. Hearing the song and you doing the handshake though with his son was beautiful. Yeah. One moment I want to ask you about your singles career in WWE. The Cobra cell, which is infamous. I got to hear about that. Was that just on the fly thinking from you, or?
Oh no, that wasn't definitely. That was definitely thought out. Because I wrestled Santino before, maybe like 2 or 3 times, and I've taken the Cobra, and I've done similar cells. But that last one, because the ones before that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I keep outdoing myself, and that last one I really did outdo myself.
The Venom got you.
The Venom got me, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, for those who don't know, for those who only know the moment you're talking about now, you've been killing on the indies since, what was it, like 2014?
Yeah.
Around then, you've been killing it then. I think a few years ago at New York City's own House of Glory, you took on Jacob Fatu.
Oh yeah, that was a good experience. He was fun to work with.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then also the experience too. You know, I was in Brooklyn, you know, expecting to get that hometown. But yeah, they was cheering for Fatu. They wanted
Jacob.
They wanted Jacob. But you see where he is right now.
Are there any names we might not know that you crossed paths with on the indies? That you really enjoyed working, maybe?
Right off the top of my head, I can't think off the top of my head. I'm going to
That's
get too, but yeah.
But look it up, because your career, it's been great so far. Could we ever see you maybe make a return to
We'll
WWE?
see.
We'll
Timing, you know. The God works in mysterious ways.
That's true. The God, yeah. Well, definitely. Thank you for your time. I know I'm just going over these little moments. It's been awesome. Everyone go out and get a copy. Damn, why do you want to be a wrestler?
Cheer.
Rewind, recap, relive. Woo! That's what the world is watching.